Last video, I dropped over $750 on an online auction. But in this video, I sold over 30 items. I made over $1,000 in net profit. And one of the items that I did sell gave me over 1,000% return on investment. But now I'm testing the waters with my first auction, and I have no clue what to expect. Did I just get lucky, or am I actually onto something? Let's rewind and start with the first sale that started all of this. All right, so yesterday afternoon we had another sale. It was for this Makita battery charger. I sold it for $14 plus shipping. And I got it when I bought a tool a long time ago, and I just never used it because I don't need it. So after fees and shipping, I think I should be making around $10 to $9 off of this thing. So I just need to package it and get it shipped out. So yesterday afternoon, I sold this Gibson Girl radio transmitter for $170 plus shipping. I paid $60 for it at an estate sale a couple of weeks ago. And I just need to get this packaged. It's pretty heavy, but I have an idea how I'm gonna go ahead and package it. Also this morning, I sold this Winnie the Pooh figurine. It's already kind of wrapped up because that's how I stored it. But I sold it for $15 plus shipping. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think it was maybe like $4 or $5, probably a little bit less. So I gotta get this packaged up and shipped out as well today. All right, so I have this 12 by 12 by 12 box from U-Haul. It's just over the size of the Gibson radio here. And then I have these foam insulation pieces that I cut out. So I'm just gonna lay them in here and throw it in here, and hopefully it's tight enough where it doesn't move. And I just get it shipped out. Check out this masterpiece here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but I think it should be all right. So before I went to go drop off those two items at the UPS store, I actually got the charger for this Canon PowerShot camera. So I charged it, I tested it, it works perfectly. So I ended up listing it for $200 plus shipping, and then I went ahead and dropped off those packages. I just got back and it already sold for the full price of $200 plus shipping. So I just need to get it packaged and get it shipped out as well. All right, this has been a crazy day. I just had another sale. This time it's for the Makita grinder. It was $55, free shipping. So I already have the box here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it packaged. And then this is the camera. I haven't dropped it off yet. I'm just gonna wait and to see if I have any more sales throughout the day, and then I'll just drop them off tomorrow morning. So I just came back from a few estate sales that I did this morning, and while I was there, I actually got two sales. The first one is for this Hummel figurine thing. I had it listed for $35 to send me an offer for $30 plus shipping. I accepted it, so I don't remember how much I had paid for it. I would have to check the Excel sheet that I made, but it's probably around $5 for this. So $5 into $30, not too bad. I also sold something else. It was these Timberland Pro soft toe work boots. These things are pretty new. They do have a couple of scratches here and there, but not bad. They're pretty good condition. I bought them at a estate sale, not an estate sale, a yard sale 6 days ago for $10, and I sold them for $49 plus shipping. So not too bad. Do you guys remember last video when I mentioned the free boxes that I get from work, the 13 by 13 by 6? Well, they're actually a perfect size for these boots. Look at that. Just need to add a little bit of protection around and it should be good to go. So I was just editing last week's video, and I just got an alert that we got another sale. It is for another Hummel figurine. Let me go grab it so I can show you guys. All right, so this is what sold. This one is called Dear Beloved, not that you care, but it sold for $100 plus shipping. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the bubble wrap, and then I'll probably package it tomorrow or tonight, but I'll definitely ship it out tomorrow. We're keeping the streak going. We just had another sale. This time is for this suitcase here. I picked it up at an estate sale for $10, and I just sold it for $35 plus shipping. So the shipping is gonna be a little bit interesting because of the size of this suitcase. I don't have a box that will fit it, and I don't wanna spend too much by putting it in a big box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine two of the 13 by 13 by 6 boxes that I get for free from work, and I'm just gonna Frankenstein it and see if it works. If you guys didn't watch the first episode, I recommend that you do, but if you don't want to go back, we are doing a subscriber sabotage challenge. At 500 subscribers, we are going to be doing the overpackaged shipping. So I will have to overpackage each item I ship that week. That means multiple layers of bubble wrap, multiple shipping boxes, and so on. At 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing the $1 challenge. So you guys will pick one item in my store that I will have to sell for $1. There's also a couple more in there at 5,000 and at 10,000. So make sure you go back and watch that video, but also subscribe so we can get to those challenges. So it is Sunday and I don't ship out on the weekends, but that doesn't mean I'm not getting any sales. That also doesn't mean I can't do any packaging. I do have a couple orders this weekend so far. The first one being this Frey brown leather briefcase. It's pretty beat up, it's pretty old. It's pretty faded. Look at this color on this side and then look at this color. But I got it for $8 at an estate sale and I sold it for $52 plus shipping. I also sold one of those figurines as well. Let me go grab that really quick. So this one sold for $36 plus shipping. And honestly, I'm just glad to get these out the door. I still have about half the box to list, but I'm getting there slowly. Do you guys want to see a pretty cool trick I learned over this weekend? Oh, it worked. Heck yeah, I gotta do that more often. That's way easier. All right, it is Monday morning, so I can finally take those packages I did last night to get shipped out this morning. But before I do that, we did have a couple more sales last night, so I want to get those packaged up before I go and then have to do multiple trips. The first item that we sold last night was another one of these figurines here. This one was a cheaper one. It was like $10 or $9 plus shipping. And then the second item that I sold, it's a little bit too heavy to carry, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys down below and show you. All right, so this is the second item that I sold. It is a 52-inch ceiling fan. This thing is pretty much brand new. Everything's in there still in its original packaging. So I listed it as new open box, sold it for $63. I did buy it for $8 at an online estate sale, probably less than a week ago or maybe a week ago now. So I don't even need to package it or nothing. I'm just gonna slap the shipping label on here and call it good. So I just finished packaging the figurine here and I was about to walk out the door to get these dropped off for shipping, but I got another sale. This time was for 7 of these dinner plates. It's from the same set that I've been parting out for the past couple of weeks. I sold all 7 of them for $100, $108 or something like that. But I did pay 75 cents per plate. And now I just gotta make sure I package these correctly so they don't get broken during transit. The good thing is that they are getting delivered or shipped to the same state that I currently live in, so they won't be handled around too much and hopefully they don't break. All right, so I did another online auction and then I got these cameras right here. They're all pretty much brand new in the box except for these ones down here. This one is a little bit beat up. It's kind of old, it's kind of bad, but I only paid $5 for it. There's other ones over here. They look pretty much brand new just without the box. This one right here I paid $200 for. I know it's a lot, but they do sell for like $300 to $400. So hopefully it works and hopefully I can get that amount for it. All right, it is still Monday. It is Monday afternoon. I was about to go to sleep since I worked the night shift, but we did get a couple more sales and I wanted to package them up before I go to work so I could drop them off at the UPS store in the morning. The first thing that I sold was this Hoover tank. As you guys know, in the last episode, I took this vacuum apart and are selling it for parts. This is the first part that sells. It sold for $20 plus shipping. And if you guys remember, I bought the entire vacuum for $25. So this almost paid for the entire vacuum and I still have the other parts to sell. The other 2 sales were to the same person. They bought 2 of these figurines. Once again, these are coming in clutch and selling like hotcakes. This one was more expensive at $40. This one, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere. So like I said, I want to get everything packaged up tonight. That way I could drop them off in the morning after work at the UPS store. I also got an offer for this Toshiba VHS DVD player. The VHS side doesn't work. You could insert the VHS in there, but it's just not going to play it. It does eject the cassette, The DVD side, it works fine. I did put that on the listing. I also have the remote and the manual for it. I have it listed for $60 plus shipping. I have somebody offer me $50 plus shipping, but I literally just listed it like an hour ago. So I'm gonna hold off on accepting that offer. If I get no more interest before the offer expires, then I'll sell it for $50 and I'll let you guys know. Oh man, it's been one heck of a morning, guys. I just got home from work and I got 4 new sales, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about that. But I was having some issues last night with the shipping labels. For some reason, eBay wasn't letting me print out shipping labels or pay for them. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So the items I was gonna ship out this morning, finished last night, that didn't end up happening. I still have them. And I have 4 new orders I need to print out shipping labels for. I did get in contact with eBay about it, trying to see what's going on. They basically said this is a common issue. They just haven't fixed it apparently. And they recommended that I go ahead and use another website like Pirate Ship to purchase my shipping labels and just add the tracking number to the order, which I'm gonna go ahead and do for all of my orders. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with my accounts, but it seems to be under review. Probably from all these sales I've been getting recently for a new shop. I've been getting a lot of sales, I believe. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because I do have a lot of money coming towards me, and right now it's being held. So with that out of the way, let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what I sold last night. So the first thing that sold last night were these Winnie the Pooh bookends. I'm not sure if you guys remember from last video, but I bought a whole box of Winnie the Pooh stuff for like $30, and I only wanted that stuff for this specifically, and it already sold for $55 plus shipping. I also sold this vintage or this old hand crank drill for like $8, I think. It's pretty bad condition, so for $8 I'm pretty happy to get it out of here. I bought it for like $1.50 or $2 like a month ago, so out the door it goes. And then the third thing that I sold was this Nvidia Shield TV. It's used, but it did have the original box. It's pretty complete. It has everything you see here plus all the cables. Sold it for $150 plus shipping, and I bought it for like $25, so that's pretty good. All right, and then if you guys remember this VCR DVD player from a couple of seconds ago, I did end up taking that guy's offer for $50. So $50 plus shipping, and it's out of here. Once again, the VHS didn't work on it, so that's still a pretty good deal. I think I paid like $10 for it. Oh, also, I don't have a box that would fit this, so I think I'm gonna go buy one. I have a local shipping box supplier from me, and they have pretty much all the sizes that I need, so I'm gonna go over there real quick. So real quick, while you guys watch me package these items for shipping, do you guys remember that blue Canon PowerShot camera from the first episode? Yeah, well, that hasn't been delivered yet. I believe it's been 3 weeks now since it was supposed to be delivered. It is July 31st and still no delivery dates. The seller or the buyer hasn't contacted me yet, but I'm sure they will eventually. As of now, I'm still waiting for the item to be shipped, and I do not have an update on it, other than I was told it would be shipped by today, the 31st. So I'll keep you guys posted. Also, I had another item that had the same issue, but that one was already delivered and that's already resolved. The buyer was happy and I got positive feedback from him, so that one's good. Still waiting on the PowerShot camera to get delivered, so we'll see how that goes. I'm finally done packaging every single item and I am ready to go to the UPS store. I will no longer be shipping with USPS because 2 of my packages already are giving me trouble. So UPS only. I did pay a little bit more because of that eBay incident where it doesn't work. So I had to use Pirate Ship, and it was maybe like $5 or $6 more in total for all the boxes. Not too bad, but it's still $5 or $6 I could have had in my pocket. So it has really died down for me with the sales since that last clip. I don't know if it has anything to do with my store being under review, but this morning I did have 2 sales. The first one is an Nvidia console that was sold for $135 plus tax, I believe, and then a crystal figurine for $62 plus tax. So now I just need to get those packaged up and shipped out, and then hopefully my store can pick up more steam again. So this is the second Nvidia Shield TV that I sold this week. The first one you guys saw not too long ago that sold for $155 plus tax and shipping. This one sold for $135 plus tax and shipping. The reason why is that it's missing a power cable and one other cable on here. So $135 was pretty reasonable. I did buy it for $25 as well, and I sold for $135. So after taxes, fees, and shipping, I should be making around $90 on this flip. So this little bear crystal figurine with a present here came in a bulk buy that I bought for $110. So when I distributed the cost to each item, this one ended up costing me $11. I did just sell it for $62 plus taxes and shipping. After the taxes and shipping, I should be netting a profit of $40 on this one little item. So it is later in the night, or should I say in the next morning, because it's 1 a.m. But I do have another sale for this Garmin sports watch. I bought it for $25 at an estate sale last weekend, and I just sold it for $50 plus shipping. It does work. I just had to charge it because it was completely dead, but it does work. And now I just need to ship it out or package it and get it shipped out in the morning. Okay, so this morning I went to an estate sale and I actually found this. It is a hair max and it's like a hair grower thing. And I got it for $60, which is pretty good because considering on eBay they sell for around $200, and there isn't any listed that are used. They're all new for $300 and plus. There is a pink one on there that says it's new, but telling from the pictures it is used and they're asking $300 for it. So I think I'm gonna put it up for auction. I wanted to try it in auction before. This is gonna be a good product to do it with because there's high demand. There's a lot of them sold recently, and there isn't any listed other than that pink one that says that it's new, but it's actually used, and they're asking $300. So if I could get $200 plus on this, I'll call that auction a win. Oh, I almost forgot, but I did test it. It does work. See, there we go. Also, it does charge, and I do have the charger. It's over here, I had it plugged in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the listing ready to go. I'm gonna start the auction today, which is Friday, 4:30 p.m. So around 6 p.m. I'll start the auction because I think they last 7 days. So next Friday around this time, we'll see how much it sold for. It's probably gonna be next video for you guys though, so make sure you subscribe so you can watch out and see how much this sold for. All right, so I just had the auction ready for the hair grower thing that we were just talking about. That should be ready to go at 6:30. Also, I've been listing a whole bunch of these figurines. I had the whole box full still. So today, pretty much all day, that's all I've been doing. It's just listing all of these. And this one just sold for $25. I had it listed for $30. They offered me $20 and then I countered them at $25 and then went ahead and they took it. I think I have like $2 or $3 into this one, so it's a pretty good profit. All right, so the auction is now live. It is a 7-day auction, so it does end next Friday at 6:30 p.m. So we won't see it in this video, but next video we will find out how much it sold for. So make sure you subscribe for that. I have a starting bid of $80 plus shipping. I also have a buy it now option for $300 plus shipping if somebody doesn't want to wait the 7 days and they want it for that amount. So like I said, this is a very popular item, but not that much supply. So hopefully it sells for over $200. But already at $80 starting price, I'm not gonna be losing money on this. All right, so the first thing that sold was this Nishika camera. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but this is pretty much a brand new open box camera. All the packaging inside is original. I did sell it with this light and then also this case. All of these are brand new, unopened. Well, they are open, but they're brand new, untouched. I bought the whole lot of 3 for $33 and I sold it for $189 plus shipping. The second thing that sold was this TP-Link router. I bought it for $20 at an estate sale, sold it for $50 plus shipping. So not as big as a return as the camera, but still pretty good. So we're ending the video strong. It is officially the end of Sunday and we had a bunch of sales today. The first one is this Madison Collection Impression plaque that I picked up at an estate sale for $1. I sold it for $15 with free shipping. So I might not make too much on it, but considering I only paid $1, I should at least double my money or make like $5 off of it. The next thing that was sold was this Magnavox DVD player and recorder. I bought it at an estate sale. Wait, how much did I pay for it? Hold on. The next thing that sold today was this Magnavox DVD player and recorder. I bought it on an estate sale for $25 last week, and it just sold for $150 plus shipping. It took less than a week to sell. It actually took like a couple of days to just listed it not too long ago, but it's a pretty good flip. Up next is this little clown figurine here I bought at another estate sale. Well, this was actually the online auction where I bought all the other figurines. This one I purchased for $4 and I just sold it for $20 plus shipping. There was a lot of these listed, so I had it listed for $25, but when somebody offered me $20, I went ahead and sold it because I didn't want to sit on it for too long. After that sold, the next thing that I got an offer on was this Nikon light touch camera. I had it listed for $139.99. They shot me an offer for $120. I countered back at $125 considering I only pay like $9 or $10 for this camera and the case. And they did take it for $125, so this one sold for $125 and I only paid 10 bucks for it. Not too long after that one, I sold another Hummel figurines. This one sold for $13 plus shipping. I think I made a mistake on listing this for too little. There was a lot of interest on it and somebody bought it before I could change the price. But I mean, it's out the door. I don't really mind. I pay like $1 or $2 for it, so it's still gonna be a win for me. So the last thing that sold today was actually this dado set, which I picked up at an estate sale for $7. I actually just listed it today, this morning before I went to sleep. And when I woke up, it was already sold for $60 plus shipping. All right, 6 weeks later and a lot of work. Where are we? Well, I have the receipts and I could tell you that we are actually in the green. This is the first video of this series that we're actually ending in the positive, and we're ending with $32.29. Yeah, $32.29 for 6 weeks of work, and a lot of work actually. We also listed 93 new items in our shop, and we had 33 sales this past 2 weeks, which is 3 times more than the last video. The average time to sell an item dropped from 10 days to 8 days on this video, and we had a gross profit of $2,607 and a net profit of $1,372. So we did make over $1,000 this video, but we bought more inventory, and that's why we're only up $32.29. We actually had 2 items that gave us over 1,000% return on investment. The first one was the 7 plates that I sold for like over $100. And the second one was the Nikon camera that I sold for over $100 as well. So yeah, I know this was a long video. This was a lot of work, and I could tell you from filming this right now, you don't want to miss the next video. All right, I'll see you there.